quickly in the game. Ifeatu, I actually want to know, what does your name mean, and is there any easy way to understand the pronunciation, or is there something shorter that guys generally call you?
Yeah, so first, my name means reminder. It's Igbo. I'm Nigerian. It's Igbo, so reminder. So basically, my mom said when she was pregnant with me, unfortunately, her dad passed away like a couple months earlier. So now, whenever it's my birthday, she knows it reminds her of when her dad passed. So it's like it means like reminder. And you say it Ifatu.
Okay.
But usually mostly everyone calls me Iffy, like Iffy. So like college, high school, when I was in Detroit, coaches, trainers, media will call me Iffy. But usually like when something's posted, it will be Ifatu, and I'll put Iffy in the article. Yeah.
I saw that your brother also played in the league, or still plays in the league. Not sure. What did that do for you in terms of giving you a goal of something to aspire for?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely gave me a goal of just to see someone I'm related to, my brother, someone close to me, just to make it, just inspired me to make it, motivated me to beat his numbers, at combine and everything. Um, but more so from a competition standpoint, he just really like pushed me and gave me advice on things to do or how the lead would be.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Mhm.
Isaiah?
Hey, what's going on? Isaiah Smalls from the Miami Herald here. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Welcome to Miami.
Thank you.
Couple questions for you. First, the Dolphins had a fourth ranked defense last year. What stood out to you about the unit, just as a whole?
Um, I feel like just their playmakers they had. Um, just the playmakers, Ramsey, Cater, obviously Holland, but he's gone, and Chop as well. Um, I was in season, so I wasn't like I was really watching the Dolphins that much, but I would always see, we would watch like a turnover tape, and we'd always see the Dolphins and stuff on there, and them just making plays and flying around. It looks like having fun as well.
Cool, cool. And then quick follow up. What was your impression of Coach Weaver?
It was good. Great first impression. We had a great meeting um, when I went up there to sign and everything. Just excited for the opportunity to work with him, and he said he's excited for the opportunity to coach me as well.
Cool. All right, appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Joe Shad?
Hey, Iffy, it's Joe with the Palm Beach Post. It's nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you as well.
Hey, I know you've had some unfortunate injuries throughout your career. Do you personally view it as just a bunch of bad luck, or are there some things that you think you can do moving forward to limit injuries?
I think early on, I kind of was just I think early on I didn't do as much as I should have been. Like just being young and yeah, just basically being young. But there's definitely, sometimes it's luck. Like to be honest, like some stuff I had like tackle and I got rolled up on, and now like with my ankle facing up, like what I mean. So sometimes it's just pure luck. But there's definitely stuff I've approached this off season, with my trainer, nutrition wise, and different stuff like that to help prevent injuries going forward.
How important is it for you? One of my colleagues always asks this question, so I'm stealing his question. His name is Barry. He always says, how
Mm.
important is it to you to be a starter?
I mean, it's very important. I feel like through the 4 years, I've proved what I could do, and people have seen it. And my Coach Duker, when he was there, when I was at the Lions, he's seen it. He's seen it firsthand. So that's, I mean, it's very important to me. Um, I know I'm still gonna have to go out and compete and earn a starting spot, and I've never really had anything handed to me even since Syracuse days. So I'm excited for that opportunity, but I definitely feel like as a starter, there's things I can bring to this defense and have an impact on the defense.
Thanks, Ifeatu.
Ifatu.
Ifeatu. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
work
yeah.
on it.
You're good,
I'm like
though.
the pronunciation guy. I keep everyone in line. So
Yeah, no, you're
Ifeatu.
good. Ifatu,
Ifeatu.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
you can call me Iffy either way
Uh,
too. Either one is
uh,
fine.
thanks.
Yeah.
Barry,
Hi, Iffy. I am that Barry from the Miami Herald that Joe Shad just referenced. So, and I did in fact have another question on starting. Obviously, you would have been a full-time starter in Detroit last year if not for the injury. You've had starting experience, but the Dolphins haven't signed anyone who started like 60 or 70 NFL games at safety. Did they tell you that they envision you being a starter in the post Javon Holland, post Jordan Poyer era?
I mean, without saying too much, the conversations I've had is just that it would be a great fit for me there. And they're excited to work with me. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited to just get the opportunity to compete. And that's all I'm really looking forward to.
Right. And your skill set, how does it fit Anthony Weaver, Duker defense, you think? What things do you do well that are important in this defense where obviously they've had, like a Kyle Hamilton type at safety with Weaver's background with Baltimore?
Um, I just feel like from seeing me play in Detroit, I just feel like my size and speed and coverage ability and being able to tackle and blitz can really help anyone's defense in general. So I'm just excited to see where I'll play, how they'll use me. Haven't really got the opportunity to fully talk about that in depth. So I'm just excited. And anywhere they decide to put me, I'll be happy at. Like I said, and I'm just ready to go out there and compete.
Thanks. Good to have you in Miami.
Thank you.
and we'll close it out here with Chris Perkins.
Hey, Iffy, Chris Perkins with the South Florida Sun Sentinel. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Hey, I got a couple of questions for you. Number one, you were with Detroit during the rise of that organization, and you remember the 2022 game that you played against the Dolphins. The organizations have gone in different directions since then. What led to you guys' ascent in Detroit, and what can you apply from that to the Dolphins?
Um, I feel like even going back to 2021, I know we're 3-13-1, but when you really watch those games and how we would lose those games, we would lose like last second field goal, Justin Tucker, NFL record 66-yard field goal, Kirk Cousins last minute drive. Like, so we were right there, and I feel like we just fully bought in from right when Coach Campbell got there. So we knew it was just like, just keep working, and we never, lost our identity through it all. And it just showed, like we just kept putting our head down and going to work. And I feel like that's what I'll bring to the Dolphins. I'm just gonna, right when I get there, just buy into everything coach is saying, everything Coach Weaver's saying. And I feel like, just put your head down and work, and avoid all the distractions, because I've seen both of it. Like we were 3-13-1. I've seen all the articles of how bad we were and XYZ, and then we go to playoffs, NFC Championship, and see how good we were. Like the article saying how good we were, and all that type stuff. So I feel like the most important thing is just to block out the good or the bad, because it's gonna be up and down. You know. Um, and just go to work every day.
And the other question is not related at all, different topic. You hear a lot about young players when you go from your rookie year to your second year, there's a big difference. And they say one reason is because before your rookie year, you're training for the combine. You're not doing football skills. And then after your rookie year, you are doing football skills and you make an improvement. Do you agree with that? And how did that affect you if that's the case for you?
I agree with that, and I'm not sure if it's. I don't think it's like because you're just training for combine. I think like if you have a good trainer, you're doing your position stuff too. Like you're doing football stuff too, because you still got to do pro day, combine. There's still drills and everything too. So I don't think it's that. I just think it's right when college season ends, you're working nonstop until combine and then a pro day, and then you literally only had, like me, I think I had like less than 2 weeks, and then you go straight back into rookie minicamp and now OTAs. Like you're working the whole time. Um, and everything's just moving fast, trying to learn a whole new defense. College is kind of more simpler, just depends on where you were. So, and then sometimes you get to the NFL and your position gets switched. So you might have been, a corner, and then now you get to the league and you're nickel. So it's like, or you're nickel and corner, or you're corner and safety. So I just think a lot of stuff, like it goes fast. And then I think your second year it kind of slows down a little bit. Um, with me, I feel like I was just at I was in corner in college, and then when I got to Detroit, they had me learn corner, nickel, and safety all at once. So a lot of things was fast at first, but then when I was playing, I was really only playing corner. But then maybe second weekend, I might have to go at nickel for a couple plays. You know what I mean? So that was my first year, and then for me, my second year is when I got switched to safety. So it wasn't like necessarily slow down because now I'm learning, a new position. Uh, so really, like 2022 was my first year at safety, but I wasn't even fully a safety. I was both kind of. So my first full year at safety was 2023. Um, and the whole time, Coach Duker is the one that teaching me how to play safety. So that's from year 2 to 3 for me. That's when it really slowed down because that was technically my year 1 to 2 at safety. And then, obviously we all saw what happened in 2023 when I was my full time at safety.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Iffy, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
You got the size of an inside linebacker. You can play outside too. How did New Orleans use you last year? For those of us who didn't see their defensive schemes, was it a combo of both? How do you see Anthony Weaver using you from your discussions with him?
So I haven't talked to Coach Weaver yet, man. But the way the Saints use me and the way I've been used my whole career, the past 5 years, is like you said, I've been used as an inside backer, outside backer, rushing the edge, splitting up the middle, pass dropping, man coverage on tight ends and running backs. So it's really not much that I can't do, when I'm on the field, man. So like I was saying, the day I signed that whatever Coach Weaver has for me, man, I'm ready to do it. And I don't put many limitations on my game. Obviously I can get better at a lot. So just looking forward to seeing how, I'm being utilized. So
thanks, Willie.
Omar?
Willie, where are you at? That looks like a country barn on the outside with the
yeah, man. Oh, let me see. Let me see if I can flip my camera. Show you where I'm at. It's how you work this thing, man. Wait, here we go. Here we go.
All right. Oh, okay. Got a
Yeah,
lot of
man. I'm out here on the land, man. I'm out here in the field. So
Where is that?
it's in Mississippi, back home.
Okay, Mississippi. So did
Yeah.
you buy a lot of acreage?
Yeah, I did last year, man. I bought like 90 acres.
90 acres. Now, what you doing with 90 acres?
Trying to start farming, man. That's my like my second love.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you gonna farm?
Shoot, everything. I got some chickens in the back right now giving me eggs every day, like 7 eggs a day, man. Saving money on eggs now. I got some cows coming this summer. Got my garden getting started up. A couple acres over there. So man, it's coming along. But this time next year it'll be up and rolling. So
I mean, I would think 90 acres is like you could build a whole town on it.
nah, you should. I think exact is like 87, but yeah, man, it's a lot. It's more than I can handle right now, just by myself. So my mom helps me out, my brother and my dad. Just something to do, man. I ride the 4-wheelers every day out here, things like that. So gives me something to do.
How many houses you gonna put on the land?
So this one came with, it's like a little barn dominium style house. And I'm gonna build one up on the hill probably in the next 3-4 years, probably 2-3 years. So I got my plans, man. I got my vision for it. So
All right. Well, congratulations on your NFL career getting you this 87 acres.
for real. Yes, sir.
All right, next we'll go to Isaiah.
What's going on? Isaiah Smalls from the Miami Herald here. How are you?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. My family from Tupelo, Mississippi. So it's
Yeah, that's crazy. I got family from Tupelo.
we might be cousins. We might be
Yeah,
cousins.
that might be, man. That's crazy.
So I wanted to ask, you won back-to-back Super Bowls, in Kansas City. What were some of those traits of championship teams that you noticed, just from, that, because obviously you were Chiefs first, 3 years, but what
Yeah.
were those traits that you noticed that like weren't necessarily there in New Orleans? Not to bash New Orleans, but like, what are some of those
Nah,
traits?
yes. I mean, it just is what it is. Like I said in my interview when the day I signed, and like you say, not to bash New Orleans or any other team, man, but it's just certain ways, certain teams, certain coaches run their organizations. And, it's not half the time, it's not even the talent that you have. I mean, it is, but, it starts at the foundation, which is the people in charge, the coaches, the owners, the GMs and things like that. And I mean, if I have to give credit to the Chiefs, I'll say Coach Reed, man, he put things, the way he wanted them to be ran. He put them in detail. He said, this is the way it's going to happen. And if it didn't happen that way, he was either going to get rid of you or you weren't going to play, or you will just, like I said, you won't be a part of the team. It's things like, like I said the other day, everyone looking the same, everyone wearing the same gear. Nobody's bigger than the team. There's no superstars. I mean, obviously, I had Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and Chris Jones and the other guys, but even those guys, they never miss days of practice. If we wore black socks, they wore black socks. Nobody's just just trying to stand out amongst the crowd. And things like that, man, that I noticed was different when I went to New Orleans. Once again, not to bash New Orleans, but it's a great city, great team and all, but just something that I noticed was different. And when it comes down to it, you realize that the details like that actually matters, come the end of the year. So
That's what's up. Attention to detail. That's what's
Mhm.
up. And then quick little follow-up. Do you have a preference? I know you played inside linebacker, outside linebacker. Do you have a preference, or is it wherever coach needs me to play?
Oh, it's wherever, man. I mean, I love inside, I love outside. I love football, so let me just put it like that, because I mean, I was an athlete before I was anything, so wherever I can get on the field and go make a play at, man, I'm cool with. So
Cool. All right, appreciate you. Welcome to Miami.
yes, sir. Appreciate it, man.
Joe.
Hey, Willie, it's Joe with the Palm Beach Post. It's nice to meet you.
Yes, sir. Nice to meet you.
Hey, it looks like you played and practiced a couple of years with Tyreek Hill in Kansas City, right?
Yeah.
What was that like?
Man, you know, he how fast I saw him prime, or he's really this fast. It's hard to find somebody that fast again, in this lifetime. But yeah, it's next level, man. He's a good guy. He was cool, down to earth type guy. I mean, even my rookie year when I first came in, I didn't know anyone. They barely knew me, but like he never treated anyone different. Just a good all around guy, man. And, I mean, obviously you see what he can do on the field. Shoot, I was seeing it as a 22-year-old rookie. It's amazing. So I'm glad to be back on the same squad as him.
Do you feel like the 9 playoff games that you've started are helpful in the locker room?
To spread some knowledge about it, yeah, because I mean, this guys who's been in the league 10 plus years and only played in 2 or 3 playoff games, so I've had guys ask me how it is, how's the feeling of it, and what to expect and like how to go about it. I mean, a lot of guys know how to go about the game already, but playoffs, man, playoffs different. Everybody's out to get you, especially if you're already the top dog. But yeah, I think it's definitely helping me, man. It's gonna help me in the long run too. The knowledge and the experience that I have from the playoffs already. So
Did you play in the like sub-zero degree Chiefs Dolphins game, the playoff game?
yeah, I did. It was horrible.
It was
Never
bad.
again.
What was it like for you?
Man, let's just say as a is in every career that anyone has, there's always that one day that you just wish you could never ever have to live again. Like, and playing in something that cold is something I never want to experience again. Like 20 degrees is fine, 15 cool. It's cold, but now obviously 30 is even normal. But shoot, man, when you negative 20 wind chill, bro, it's like, well, thinking, job, I gotta do my, but damn.
Thanks, Willie.
Yep.
All right. Next, we'll go to Chris Perkins.
Hey, Willie, Chris Perkins from the South Florida Sun Sentinel. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Hey, I have family down in Purvis. We had a family reunion down there like 10 years ago.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Y'all all
yeah.
around here. Y'all know about Mississippi.
Yeah. Yeah, Hattiesburg too. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, I wanted to ask you about the Chiefs from the outside, and something that could apply to the Dolphins. From the outside, it appears to me that the Chiefs went to a defensive team once Tyreek was traded, Chris Jones got paid, you guys had, you and L'Jarius and everybody out there. Is that an accurate statement? And how does a team make that switch it seems like it's a different type of mentality. How does a team do that, and how could you bring something like that to the Dolphins, do you think?
Really, it's not even that we switched to a defensive team, man. It's just, because Chris Jones always been Chris Jones, and we had wonderful guys like Nick Bolt, and the whole defense was stacked with talent, right? But on the offensive side, you still got those amazing guys like Patrick and Travis and Pacheco. You had some good guys that even played behind those guys. So but it's like this. This is a team sport. So with the offense is down, defense plays good. Defense is down. A lot of times the offense was playing good previous years before my last Super Bowl. But that Super Bowl, the last Super Bowl that we won against San Francisco, that was the year that the defense was actually like holding up for the offense a lot more than, like I said, previous years. And I won't say we turned to a defensive team. It's just one of those times where we had to win games. Defense had to step up more than usual. And that's something that can happen with any team. You realize your high scoring offense not scoring as much. Defense got to make plays, whether it's just getting 3 and outs to give the offense a chance. And that's kind of what it turns into. And I feel like that switch could flip for anybody.
The other question is a totally different topic. I'm doing something on guys who are second-year players in the league. And what you hear sometimes is that after your senior year of college or your last year of college, you're training for the combine and the pro days, and you're not really working on football. And then after your rookie year, you do work on football, and so you see a big jump. Do you agree with that statement? And was that the case with you?
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah, man. I remember going into my rookie year, you work on football, but the basics, like you get into it, like once you get on your team and draft, the process is over with, you've been training for the freaking 40-yard dash for 3 months, and things like that. And then you really get into it. And me personally, I feel like I was behind, I put my all into getting ready for the combine, man, and just trying to make sure everything was perfect. And I got into my rookie year, man. Shoot, felt like everything was moving in slow motion for me. Well, I was moving in slow motion. Everything else moved fast, and it's just like, damn, I need to catch up, or I need to do this, or I need to get better here, or I need to get bigger, or I need to get stronger. And year 2 came around. Obviously, like you said, I was ready. I knew what to expect, and knew that the talent level was off the charts now. Like, it's not like college where you're gonna play teams that's good and bad each and every week. It's talent on every team, and going into year 2 was definitely a jump for me because, like I said, I knew what to expect, and I had a whole off season to get ready for it. And so yeah, that's accurate for sure.
Yep. Okay. Thanks, Will.
All right, and we'll close it out here with Omar Kelly.
Back again, Willie. I want to ask you, you're an accomplished veteran. You played, you've won championships. Why Miami?
You say what? I'm sorry, the last part.
You're an established veteran. You've won championships. Why did you choose Miami?
Shoot, man, if I'm being honest, Miami chose me, and I'm just thankful to be a part of it. Last year didn't go the way never really goes the way we want it to go in life in general, but I was just, down to the wire in free agency, man, and I was just hoping for opportunity, and thank God Miami chose me, and like I said, any team that gives me an opportunity, I'm gonna take it, and that's what they did, and shoot, I'm here, so I'm gonna give.
Hi, KJ, Barry Jackson, Miami Herald. Good to have you in South Florida. So obviously you've had starting experience with the 11 games with Tampa, and before that, did the Dolphins give you any idea if you'll be in the mix to compete for a starting spot? Obviously, they have Jordan Brooks and Terrell Dotson as well, and also what you like about Anthony Weaver's defense.
Yeah, Coach Weaver, man. I was looking at his defense. He run a good defense versus base. 3-4, and then sub. 4-2-5. And I'm just grateful for this opportunity. Just come play football. It's for me. I view the game a little different from guys. I love the game so much. I just can't wait to get down there and get to Miami, help this team however I can help them, and ready to win some games.
As what your role would be come up, have they mentioned competing for a starting job, or was it not mentioned at all?
They really didn't say. So I'm just, like I said, I'm just really excited, get down there.
Thanks, KJ.
Next, we'll go to Joe Shad.
Hey, KJ, it's Joe with the Palm Beach Post. It's nice to meet you.
What's up, Joe?
Hey, let's imagine that it's 4th and 1 at the Dolphins' 1-yard line, and it's in the fourth quarter, and the opponent is probably going to run the ball. Imagine that situation and tell me what's going through your mind.
You got to get off the field, win the game. As a linebacker in this league, you got to have some killer instinct. So 4th and 1, they come out in the heavy personnel. I know they're going to run the ball, so it's balls to the wall. Make sure the defense get the call, and let's play.
I like it. Hey, I noticed that Anthony Walker and yourself, you guys traded places. So he goes to Tampa and you come from Tampa. Do you have a house that you can sell him?
No, I'm gonna keep my house, man.
What about him? Does he have a house you could buy?
I don't know. I ain't never really talked to Anthony, so I don't really know him like that. But congrats to him.
I wish you luck. Good to meet you.
Thank you, Joe.
Next, we'll go to Isaiah Smalls.
What's going on, KJ? Isaiah Smalls from the Herald here. How are you?
I'm good, bro. How you doing?
I'm good. So you mentioned the skill set that you bring. I just wanted to, ask a little bit more about that. What was it about the Dolphins defense that, made you think like I can add this to this? What is it specifically?
It's real similar to what I'm coming from. Been in Tampa the last 4 years, so I'm really comfortable in the 3-4, 4-2-5. I mean, it's the same. It's gonna be different terminologies, another learning curve, but it's gonna be something that I'm comfortable doing. It's not a 4-3 or something like that where I have to learn a different scheme. It's gonna be something that's real familiar to me, so I'm excited about that.
Cool. Appreciate you. Great to meet you.
Good to meet you too, bro.
Chris Perkins.
Hey, KJ, how you doing, man? It's Chris Perkins from the South Florida Sun Sentinel.
What's up, Chris?
Hey, I got a couple of things for you. Number one, you come with a reputation of being an aggressive player, a run stopper. Tell me about that mentality. Where does it come from? How does it benefit you in the NFL?
I guess it come from I've been playing linebacker since I was 5 years old. Throughout high school, college, now in the NFL. So it just I'm from Alabama, so it was Alabama. It was a real heavy run oriented, high school league and that we was in. So just stopping the run, that's something that my head coach, always used to instill in us, and the linebackers, and just just playing ball, loving ball, and just using all my resources. There's so many other great linebackers out there who plays who play that game. So whatever you're good in, there's always room for improvement in each and everything that we do. But if you're good at something, it helps you. So like I said, just I guess my pedigree.
Got you. Hey, I'm doing something else on draft day experiences, and I'm asking guys about their draft day experiences. You're interesting to me because if I'm not mistaken, you had your junior year at Auburn was really good, all SEC, but you only played 2 games as a senior, didn't play much as a freshman and sophomore. Tell me about your draft day experience. Tell me about how important the pro day was, how much pressure was on you. Was it a good draft night experience? Were you disappointed? Tell me about that.
No, man, I was ecstatic, grateful.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't really want to play 1 year of college ball. When I played that year, like you said, I was all SEC. We was a great we was a good defense. I had a lot of everybody on that defense, had a shot to play in the NFL. I think it's still 7, 8 of us in the NFL from that defense. So just being a part of that, and like I said, that was my year. That was my time to shine. I sat my freshman and sophomore year because the room was older before me, so I played a little bit my sophomore year, started rotating in, and like I said, my junior year, it was my spot. And then, like I said, my senior year, I had a draft grade to come out. My third year, my junior year after. I played in 2019, and they were saying that I could be either where third round. So I didn't, so I wanted to get my degree. So I went back to school, got my degree, and business management with a focus in supply chain. And like I said, I was excited for my senior year, and it just didn't go as planned. I tore my UCL on my thumb, and I ended up having to have my whole hand repaired, so it just put me down. And uh, still put my name in the draft. I still got some good information, some good feedback from the league, and I got drafted in the 5th round, and I was excited. Like I said, I get to play, I get to live out my dream. No matter how you get there, everybody's story is not gonna be the same. Everybody's story is not gonna be picture perfect or clear. So this is my story. So man, I was excited for it, man. I'm grateful that God blessed me with this opportunity. And man, I wish I can feel I wish I could feel what I felt that day, every day, and I'd be all right.
Yeah. All right, cool. Appreciate you, KJ.
Appreciate you.
Next, we'll go to Mark Stallworth.
Hey KJ, it's Mark Stallworth with the Miami Times. Welcome to Miami.
Appreciate you, bro. What's up, Mark?
Just a question regarding lessons that you learned from past playoff experiences. What's some things that you find can be the difference between being a playoff caliber team and one trying to get over the hump?
Playoff caliber teams, it's a player-led team, because coaches can, put everybody in the right spot, but if the players don't want to play, it's going to be all on us. And everybody got to come together as one and get the job done. Week in, week out. We always got to come ready to work. It's a lot to go into it because it's a sacrifice. It's not no cool guy status. Everybody just got to play ball, and that's one thing that just being in the playoffs the last 4 years, and playing in a lot of playoff games is everybody in that league has that formula, and it works. So everybody just got to come together and be as one and play ball.
Appreciate it.
We'll close out here with Marcel Leacock.
Hey, KJ, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, what's up, Marcel?
How you doing, bro? My bad, camera not on. I'm in the car right now, but wanted to ask about something that a few of my colleagues have touched on more or less, but there's or at least there was a perception around the league. We've heard from former players on social media, even current players, that this Dolphins team, defense specifically, can be soft, can play soft. And as a linebacker, what is your responsibility? What is y'all's responsibility to change that tone and make sure that that is not how the team or that side of the ball is coming across?
Want to, and that's how you play the game physical. That's really not something that you talk about. You gotta want to, and like I said, just coming back from my background and just looking at how we play ball. And little league, it don't change. My dad, like he was my little league coach. He preached physicality because one thing about this game, if you hit somebody in the mouth, everybody got a plan until they get hit. So you can kill a lot of noise, with the tone that you set, and it's something that we're looking forward to.